Vortex? Haven't really felt motivated to shoot any videos. Because I've just been in like nun mode. So I don't really want to do any mindless entertainment, you know? But I know this is like a significant part of my life. So I probably should, try to contribute. But my cats are annoying me so much because they keep just like getting all up in whatever I'm doing, you know? Yeah, that's how it feels. That's how it feels to be annoyed. Okay. I'm trying to cook more because, like, there are opportunities that present themselves at my church where we can cook for everybody. And I feel like that's what I'm supposed to do because I have a vagina. So it is. It is. Good eye. I have 3 different types of quinoa. This is the Kroger, the shit version that's not organic. Ronit gave me this before she went to Israel. I just bought this one. It says it's organic, but it's probably still shitty. No artificial preservatives. No artificial colors. No artificial flavors. Simple truth. Like, why do they have to say that? You know? It's like you're bragging about how it's not poison. It probably still is. Product of Peru. So maybe we're in the clear because it's not from the United States. So yeah, I'm trying to like come up with like new dishes. So I made this like quinoa salad. That was the recipe on the back of this. Because that's how like fucking lame I am. Because I'm not a cook. That's just not my forte. But I was like, this seems simple enough. Like, and I can make it vegan too. I can make it kosher to go along with the fast. So it's quinoa, sun-dried tomatoes, red onion, cucumber, and feta. I replaced the feta with like vegan feta, which is actually not terrible. And then the dressing is olive oil, lemon juice, garlic cloves, and Dijon mustard, and it's amazing, dude. I was gonna save it for the next day, but I couldn't control myself. I just ate the whole fucking thing. And it's not right now. We're a week behind the West, which means we're the correct religion. No, but like their Easter is our Palm Sunday. So they celebrate Palm Sunday a week before we do. Last year, it was over on April 20th. And I was doing a drug fast. And I thought that was like totally apropos. Because God knows me very well. So, I like the black and white cookies. They're not very good though. I'm always like tempted to get one, but they're really not that good. But I like the way they look. They have really good aesthetic. Maybe it's because it reminds me of society. I don't know. but yeah. I'm trying to do something with these tomatillos because I was just like eating them raw because I'm crazy. But yeah, I think I'm gonna try to make some kind of salsa with it because I make guacamole. I'm really good at the guacamole, but I just kind of want to mix it up and make more shit. So that's why I make guacamole all the time because it's like the one thing that I can actually do. So I want to start like trying to make homemade ice cream and yogurt and stuff like that. Hummus. So I bought a bunch of chickpeas, but apparently you have to like cook them and roast them and clean them off and everything. It can't just be simple, right? Yeah. What are you asking about? What flavor? This is white quinoa. And then I have the tricolor quinoa. And then I think I have more white quinoa. But yeah, anyway. Do you want to roast this? Could I just... Yeah. These are so small compared to this one, though. I don't know. Roasted tomato, that sounds good. Okay. I'm just going to do it and see what happens. I don't even know how long it's supposed to go in for. I don't really follow the directions. Are you shocked? I don't know. It's just fucking icing. I don't know what it is. I've never known what the fuck a black and white cookie is. I just know it's that like it's got icing on it. No, my friend Ronit lives in Israel. She's from there. She lived in Nashville for a while. She moved to New York City and she met this guy and she married him and they had 2 daughters and then I guess he cheated on her and they got divorced. Like shortly after they moved to Nashville. But I met her doing stand-up comedy. So she was kind of like my best friend in the comedy scene. Which is definitely saying something because I don't really like talk to people very much. I mean, I will. It's not like I'm above talking to people, but I don't really feel much of a connection and yeah, I'm supposed to rinse this off, right? I've only done this one time and I already like forgot how I did it. But I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna utilize the internet. How to rinse off quinoa. I guess I'm just going to do this whole thing. Hello, honey. How are you? I typically don't ask that question, but I actually value your answer. Okay. It says use a strainer, but my strainer is like way too small. Or way too, what's the word? I'll show you. I'll just show you. It's in there. Like these things, not small. They're too like that's gonna get out. Why ain't fucking with that? But no, I don't use my microwave. It's going. I went to the grocery store and I bought some tomatillos and I'm trying to make this new kind of salsa. I'm trying to branch out and do more stuff because I have the tendency to just do the same stuff, you know? Anyway. Okay. I guess I use that pan to cook marijuana. Because I'm like, Yeah. I really like Mexican food. It's good because, like, you know, half of Mexico is fucking here. So there you go. I love them, though. A lot of people complain about them, but I don't mind them being here. Even though I know it's, like, problematic for various reasons. I think a lot of people have trouble with, like, holding different types of information inside of their head at the same time. Like, I've noticed this when I talk to people that are more liberal, you know, it's like if you say something that's like, it sounds racist, it's like they can't even accept it. They can't even consider it as a possibility because, like, their brain just, like, shuts down. No, I'm not giving it to you if you whine, honey. That's not how you get what you want. I know that's how women get what they want, but that's not how cats get what they want. Shut the fuck up. something though, because I feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for her. She's like a prisoner at this house. Yeah, if you really want authentic Mexican, you got to go to a place where like there's trash all over the floor. You know? Because the more Americanized it is, the lamer. Shut up! Yeah, if I don't shoot any videos during the day, like I tell myself, like I have to live stream. I'm gonna have to make some kind of art. I don't know if I'll make this so spicy. I tend to make them really spicy. And maybe I don't need to do that. Dude, I left my fucking my greens, I left them at the store. I didn't pay for them though. That's the thing. I must have set them down. You know, whenever like you go somewhere and you're like have something in your hand and you put it down to look at something else and then you forget about it? Because you have what clinicians would call ADD. Ooh, that sounds good. Dude, fish tacos. That's what I want right now. Okay. I think this quinoa is rinsed somewhat. Okay. I could eat my weight in avocados. Huh. Well, I'm like a walking psychedelic, so I don't think that it would actually do that for me. Mainly because like I've always had schizophrenia. And so it's just this ongoing thing. It's not really this psychotic state that I go in and out of that gets triggered by certain things or, you know, food or seasons or whatever the fuck. It's just like, yeah, pretty constant state of mind. So I feel like that's why I'm not able to just shed that. But if you have something that's sort of, what's the term? Cyclical, then yeah, you can alter that. With drugs, with food. Apparently, if schizophrenics just don't eat bread anymore, they won't have anything to worry about because they just did this study and they found that, like, I think it was like during World War II, a bunch of people couldn't afford bread. And so there were a lot of people that, you know, had schizophrenia that weren't like going to hospitals, and they were having psychotic episodes, and so they traced it to the lack of bread. So, I mean, gluten-free bread is like so much more expensive. It's like ridiculously expensive. So, yep. I really like him. The thing is, though, who's saying you have ADD? Like, people that are telling you boring shit. You know, like, oh, you can't pay attention. It's like Doug Stanhope has his whole bit about it. And he did this bit, like, in the 90s where he was saying, like, no, like, you're just boring. He's like, I can't pay attention to stuff that's not interesting. It's like, yeah, like, where do they diagnose that the most? It's going to be in public school, where you're just forced to sit in a chair for like 8 hours under fluorescent lights and hold your hand over your heart and recite some fucking political bullshit. And it's like, it's just everything about public school is so evil. I hate it. I hate it so much. But anyway. Okay. Let's see if I can drain this without losing most of it. Oh my God. I knew that was going to happen. It's okay. It's okay. We lost a lot of it. It's fine. I guess I just need to get a strainer, like an actual strainer that's better than me doing this. That was probably too much quinoa anyway. Oh. I'm not cooking it at the temperature that I'm supposed to cook it at because my oven is like so fucking hot. Yeah. And that's yet another reason why so many people can't be trusted in this country. This is why I say the problem isn't immigration. It's all the people that live here that are fine with being controlled. It's like they don't understand the value of freedom at all. And I've been thinking about this more and more. Like, this friend of mine from Canada was telling me, you're really lucky to live in America because y'all at least have freedom of speech. And while I agree with that, we do have freedom of speech. Like, there are a lot of countries where you can't badmouth the government. You can't badmouth policies. Like he was saying, up in Canada, like, they can literally take your children away if you don't believe in them cutting their dicks off. Okay? So, oh, and that they have this whole MAID program where you can get the government to just kill you. And he told me that 80% of them have Trump derangement syndrome. But yeah, I've been told this by people from different parts of the world. They say, you just don't understand as an American. Americans have no idea like what they actually have, which makes sense because you tend to not realize that until you have something to compare it to. But I think that it's actually like a ruse. Like I don't think we actually have freedom of speech. I think that that's part of the experiment. Like let's see what they do when they can say whatever they want. Turns out they don't do much of anything other than say whatever they want. So like that's what they're proving. So people that say fuck the police, they're the same type of person. Like the person on the left is very similar to the person on the right. They're just bitching about different facets of the government and how it's not being used right. But they still want that same structure. So they really haven't thought out of any box. That they don't know how to think outside the box. And so yeah. It's like we have this freedom here to like bitch about cops or bitch about the president. But I mean, it's still happening. Like whatever people are complaining about, it's still happening regardless of how much people whine about it, or how much they go online, how much they do these posters. I mean, the whole reason why I started doing all those posters was really making fun of the left's reaction to Donald Trump. And so it just started out as a fucking joke, and then it became its own art form, I guess, which is kind of cool. Oh yeah, hold on. Speaking of Americans, you signed up for this shit, okay? And no. The effort matters the most. Shut the fuck up. Should I cook this longer? I probably should cook it longer. Maybe I should. Yeah. Okay. So I'm doing like 3 different things at the same time, which just makes sense because we got Jazz Brain. In case you aren't listening to that glorious thelonious monk in the background. I love my posters too. I just wish I could do something with it. Like, I'm not very good at the money making aspect of anything because I kind of sort of hate money. I'm like, I don't want to say I'm against capitalism because that's just stupid. I don't want to sound like a lot of people that say that, but I really hate how money controls people and people aren't they're not saying a lot of the things that they could say. Like if you're doing it for free, there's a lot more than you can get away with than if you're like trying to make money. You know what I'm saying? So that's not to say that if you make money you're a bad person or like, you can't say anything that matters. but you're somewhat compromised because there's that part of it. You know, it's like a carrot. Once they dangle that carrot in front of you, yeah, they can take it away. Well, okay then. Fuck you then. I mean, I should fucking go another place. Like Judson, my friend that's moving to Uruguay, he told me, he's like, you need to tour. Like, you really do. He's like, just go to like 3 other places. Like, that's all you have to do. And get established there. The thing is, though, man, like, what I do is just, it's like, I'm sorry if I sound like I'm whining about it, but it's almost like it's like too counterculture. You know what I mean? You know, I think I would like traveling, though, because I love driving, you know, as bad as I am at it. I love driving. I love my car. I love listening to music really loud with the windows down. But yeah, just like going to a new place. Maybe if I could couch surf. Like if I could establish some kind of trust with people that were fans of mine. Because I don't like the whole idea of like going to hotels and all that shit. I don't know. Maybe it wouldn't be so bad. But yeah, I don't have a smartphone, so I'd really have to figure it out, you know? I'd have to get directions to places and maybe invest in a map, you know? I could do that. But yeah, it's just, it's like if I did have a phone, I understand like why those things are so useful, because if I had a phone, I could just do a bunch of shit on it and I wouldn't have to worry like where am I gonna go? How is this gonna get done? You know, it's like there's so many ways to get tasks accomplished just by having a portable television that listens to you and tracks you everywhere you go. But yeah, there are a lot of perks to it. So it's unfortunate that this is the world that we live in, and it's like it has to be like this, you know? Okay. It's also like the traffic is like so much worse now. I really believe that they're just like trying to make everybody fucking crazy. Yeah. I'm the same way. Like I go out to East Nashville. East Nashville is about 40 minutes north of me. And I perform at, you know, that venue. It's a music venue, but they have a lot of comedy there too. It's the longest running stand-up open mic comedy in Nashville. I'm surprised it hasn't been shut down, because the people that used to own it were like really liberal and kind of communist, and that's why I stopped going. But and just a lot of the people, they're really fucking dramatic. Like that's the problem with you know, doing any kind of art form, but especially comedy, you know, you're going to have people, their egos are going to get in the way of their art. Well, their egos tend to try to get in the way of other people's art, you know, and that's really what pisses me off about it, because I had to deal with that when I took risks that people thought I shouldn't be allowed to take. And, you know, I was like, fuck you, dude. We can say whatever we want, damn it. People don't like that, though. They don't like that. Okay. Should I use white onion? No, I think I should just stick with red onion. You know, when I was younger, my dad used to travel a lot, and I actually really liked staying in hotels, but that was a completely different experience. Now I think it would freak me out. Get the fuck down. Okay, I think they are looking the way that they're supposed to look. Okay, I'm just gonna leave them in there. There's this like sun-dried tomato sun-dried tomato quinoa salad with cucumbers, and it's got like Dijon mustard, and it's really, really good. Red onion. And I'm also trying to make something with these tomatillos. No, I'm fasting from meat right now. It's not because meat's bad. The whole point of fasting is to like just discipline yourself, you know? But I mean, I guess you could put meat in it if you wanted it. I think that would be really good with bacon. If you add like quinoa, that salad would be great with bacon, especially with the sun-dried tomatoes. But yeah, I'm trying to make this dish for my church. Like, I need to get used to doing it so that it's not like a task, you know? These things are really hard to cut. Good for you. Are you bragging? Are you bragging that you eat meat? Fuck you. I understand. I tried being a vegan. I have a lot of respect for vegans because at least they practice what they preach. It's just annoying that they preach all the time about it. But I can understand if you look at like all this shit that they inject animals with, which is really not about torturing the animal as much as it is about, harming us because we're the ones that consume that shit. So, I mean, yeah, I guess they can make more money. Oh yeah, I was gonna drink my non-alcoholic Guinness. Do you want to see this? It's like kind of ridiculous. I'm putting it in a Steak and Shake glass too. I don't even like Guinness. This shit's like malt. The thing is, the more that I kept drinking it, the more I liked it. And I realized how I acquired the taste of beer. Well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't feel well if they eat meat. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's all like personal. That's why I think that militant vegans are really stupid, but also the kinds of people that are like, oh, you're stupid for being a vegan. It's their conscience, man. Don't do something that goes against your conscience and leave other people alone. That's it. But at the same time, I get the passion. I am passionately opposed to psychiatry the same way that vegans are passionately opposed to the dairy industry, because like they look at animals the same way that I look at human beings in the medical system, like I'm sure a lot of those vegans are on all kinds of pills too. When I went to this vegan restaurant that's actually right next to the East Room, it's called like Beehive or some shit. There was a trans girl that was working there. And she was nice to me. Even though she saw my crucifix and she was still nice. A lot of them are not very nice. So they don't even have to see the crucifix. They feel the crucifix. Cheers. Oh God, it tastes like shit. But anyway, it's cool though because of the foam. I like this a lot. Yeah. Yeah, I know plenty of people, they got to eat meat every day. So in the Orthodox fast, like we fast from animal products during those specific days throughout the year. But I've already told my priest, I'm like, dude, like I'm drinking kefir. I don't care. It's not like I don't care, but it's like the whole point of the fast is to discipline yourself, right? So yeah, just find something else that, you consider to be like a luxury. I consider kefir to be like a staple, it's like a staple of my diet because it's really good for me. And there are other things that I fast from that are harder for me, like coffee. Anyway. Okay. But, when I don't eat meat, or when I don't use animal products, I don't have any menstrual cramps at all. But I will just eat meat like by itself. Like I don't need to add it to anything. Like I'll just eat lamb, or I'll eat beef, or I'll eat bacon. Like, you know, a whole handful of bacon, dude. So that's just an expensive snack though, man. This is the worst part of this, cutting this shit. But eventually it won't take me so long to do it, right? This cutting board is like, you see it? It's like, just wood, dude. It's amazing. Actually, it's not wood. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's rock. It's fucking, it's like some kind of rock. It looks like it's wood though. But yeah, Ronique gave that to me, and I use it all the time. And I remember when we used to chop shit in her apartment. It makes me sad. I feel like kind of a hypocrite because, like, I always criticize people for using social networks, but it's like I'm literally using it to just talk to her. No. Thank you. Thank you. But no, thank you. She's got to get all up in everything. She just wants to feel part of, you know? Yeah, dude, she doesn't even care what's going on. The last time I talked to her, there were like sirens going off. She's like, this happens all the time. I was like, okay. So she's Jewish though. She doesn't have anything to worry about. I mean, really and truly, like, they are a protected class. And the reason why they're a protected class is because of their historical what have you. So anybody that's been historically oppressed, like, they get a free pass. And people don't like hearing that, but it's just the truth. I really should do this with a fucking, what do you call it? Slicer? Because this is like somewhat dangerous what I'm doing. She smokes a lot of weed too. She told me that the weed in Israel is like so much less potent. And I was like, yeah, your people studied it. And now it's like crazy strong in the United States. But apparently, like, they're having this problem in, I think it was like Sweden or something. Some European country where they have really potent cannabis. And apparently a lot of these people that are going into psychosis, it's because of like smoking the high strain, the really, really high THC strains, which is kind of obvious, but they've actually done these studies in Europe. They're not going to do them here because they don't care what happens to us. Just know that every single time that you see a headline, I'm pissed off now. You like how quickly that changed? It really pisses me off, legit. That like the fucking news media, like they're so evil. They're so evil because most people fall for that horse shit. Rule of thumb, less common, obviously, is that they don't care. Okay? Like, a lot of people, I would say everybody that works in the media does not give a shit. They're just there to make money, and they're selling you on this headline. It doesn't mean anything. It's all gossip. But the people are the problem. Once again, I need to write this on a poster. The people really are the problem. So, we the people, people that actually give a fuck about the Constitution, I think that they like the idea of America being special. And in a lot of ways, it is special. But if they can control people here more easily through this idea of freedom and the idea of rights and the idea of we're allowed to do this, we should have this at our fingertips. It's like there's so much entitlement here. But yeah, the reason why any of this stuff seems important is because people keep making it important. Because they won't not talk about it. And anytime you talk about it, that makes it seem like it's important. So like, y'all know, there are people that I work with that are very narcissistic, okay? And their narcissism feeds off of each other. Only one of them, I think, has actual narcissist personality disorder, but the rest of them just kind of suck up to her because they don't want her to be mean to them, which I can understand. They're in survival mode. But I'd rather get along with her than not get along with her, just because it's easier to keep the peace than it is to just, be mad all the time like she is. Well, what was my original point? It's going to make about narcissism. Oh, there'll be times when she gets mad at me and she'll purposely be talking really loud so that I hear what she's saying from across the restaurant. And sometimes, if I'm not in a good mood or like if I'm just not in a good spiritual place, it's like this will bother me a lot more. But if I'm in a good spiritual place, I'll be like, you know what? She can say whatever the fuck she wants. And it's really not my business because she wants it to be my business. She wants me to care what she has to say. And it just doesn't matter. And I think that that's a thing that's really hard for a lot of people to accept, that like it doesn't matter how loud you talk, the shit is still going to be the same. Yeah, this is CBD. And it's so amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I waited this long to like get down with the male plant, Makes more sense. But yeah, like the fact that they're jacking up the THC, like they're literally like enhancing the female part of it, which is why everybody's going crazy. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that many people want to trip. Like, they don't even know that that's a possibility. Terrence McKenna talked about that, how, like, if you eat too much of an edible, like, that can happen. And he was talking about this in the 90s, so... That's when Israel started studying the cannabis plant. I believe it was 1992. Okay. Yeah. Holy shit, look at it. It's so cute. I used to have a food processor. Oh, never mind. I still have it. I have it. Oh. Okay. I hope this works. Oh, that's so good. Do I even need the food processor though? I just rather do it myself since I'm already chopping shit up, you know? Let's see. It's just like fucking mush, dude. I can't believe I'm doing this. Well, I said I was going to do something different. It's not really working out. But that's okay. I'm so funny, though. At least there's that. There's always a comedic element to everything that I do. This is so funny, dude. I've never like roasted tomatillos. Like, I've just eaten them raw. It's thelonious monk. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did this. If y'all could see this. Hold on, I'll show you. Can you see it? It's just basically like tomatoes with a little bit of green. But it's supposed to have, what else? garlic and cilantro and shit like that. But I don't know. It might actually be decent. Who knows? Who knows? What if it's actually decent? Let's try it. Let's see if this is shitty. That's all right. I think I'm supposed to add more shit to it now. Thanks. Bye-bye. So I'm pretty sure you're supposed to like remove that part. But yeah, that tastes fucking weird. You're supposed to add like I think cilantro, onion. That's what we're doing right now. Then what was the other thing? Garlic. Okay. So I do this thing where I will prep for like 2, maybe 3 days. So I guess that's what I'm gonna do here. I just have to make sure that I have the right tops. Okay, that one goes on there. Yay! This one goes on there. That's awesome. I love it when it works out. Doesn't usually work out, does it? Let's see if this turned out right. I think it's still got that weird thing. That kind of like bitter taste. But I won't be able to taste anything if I put mustard on it. I know that for a fact. Okay. So this has got, this salad has, it has garlic as like a, what do you call it? Dressing. That's part of the dressing. Mm-mm. And I believe that this like salsa also has garlic. Mm-mm. What is it, friend? Can you tell the difference between their meows? The one that sounds innocent is Paisley. The one that's really annoying is Sophie. Yeah, gotta drink my non-alcoholic Guinness. Just trying to get this over with. Well, because like I have a habit of just like buying new stuff to just try it out and see if it's like worth a shit. And then like I don't know, it's kind of dumb that I was like, I'm gonna like this because I never liked Guinness to begin with. But yeah, it's really bad. And I can't even get drunk off of it. Like, what's the point? You know, there's literally no point at all. Okay. Eventually, I'm going to be really good at this. In case you're wondering what I'm doing, I am chopping garlic. Oh, yeah, the World Series. The fact that it's called the World Series is kind of telling. It is like a damn soap opera, isn't it? So, like, there have been multiple people at the East Room where I do stand up that have been coming because they lost some fantasy football match. And their punishment is to do stand up. I'm like, is it their punishment or is the audience's punishment? Because I really think it's the audience because none of these people have. Well, I don't want to say they haven't said anything funny, but like, it's all just like, ha ha ha. You lost this stupid ass competition that we're having. I really want to do a joke where I say like it's all fantasy football because yeah, it really is. Unless you're at like a high school football game, you know, that's really the only guarantee that it's not a fantasy. But I can understand why people would want to believe that. because so many of these people like have their whole identity like wrapped up in this football team. Or baseball team or whatever, basketball team. Okay. I wonder if I made this recipe right. Maybe, maybe not. I don't even know like how long. Know how long what? I forgot what I was gonna say. Are you shocked? You shouldn't be shocked because that happens all the time. Okay, where's my lemon? I'm so excited about this dressing. I'm gonna add a little bit more mustard. Are y'all bored yet? I'm assuming you are because nobody's here anymore. They left because they have really important things to do that do not involve watching my content anymore. It's all about me, damn it. It's all about me. Yeah, it's so weird to think about. Sorry, I kind of go on and off. I trail in and out of all these different subjects that I talk about. If you watch this, you already know that. But it is really weird to think about like how our world is like so obsessed with stupid shit. Whether it's fucking sports or political shit, celebrities. And then you got gossip and bullshit in your own personal life, you know? I wonder if that's why people would rather obsess about politics or a sports team or something. It's because, like, maybe they're trying to distract themselves. They're either bored with their lives or maybe there's too much drama in their lives. They'd rather have some other kind of drama. I don't know. All I know is that it's fucking annoying. Really annoying. And, you know, I'm still in the world, so I still have to hear about it some of the time. And we can't, like, completely fucking escape it. I wish we could, but I always want to add more cilantro. It doesn't matter how much cilantro is already there. I always want to add like another bunch because it's just so good. It's why like I really want to get into just growing my own vegetables because like I will actually use them. I don't think I will waste them. Ooh. Yeah, so I'm making 3 different things right now. I'm making guacamole. I'm making this like verde salsa, and I don't have enough tomatillos, so it's kind of pointless because it's not green. And I could make it salsa rojo. I don't know how to say it. I can't even roll my tongue. I suck at being Latino. I can't even be pretend Latino. They tried to teach me how to do that. I still can't do it. I just can't roll my tongue. That's the problem. But yeah, I'm making this quinoa salad too. Yes, I'm drinking my nasty ass non-alcoholic Guinness. By the skin of my teeth. Cool. It is cool though, that foam. Reminds me of the show Cheers. Well, because like I don't think that when I drank beer back in the day, almost 15 years ago, if I can make it that long, back then, I don't think I can ever recall a time where I drank beer where there was fucking foam. Now, I know that's because of the nitrogen. I was really confused when I got the beer because there's a sound because it's got the little nitrogen ball in it. I was like, what is that, dude? They are poisoning me. So you probably already gathered that we're pretty paranoid. But that's okay. That's okay as long as we don't act paranoid. You can feel any crazy thing as long as you don't act that way. If you don't act that way, you shouldn't have anything to worry about unless you talk too much. I know I talk a lot on this channel, but since I say the exact opposite of everything that this world stands for, you know, the algorithm's not going to really push my stuff because it's not going to make YouTube money the way that, I mean, maybe it would, but I don't know. I think if you want to make money, you have to be like somewhat of an alarmist. You have to have like sensational content, you know? Like, let's just constantly whine about this or whine about that. And you know what I'm saying? I know that you know what I'm saying. But like, when I think about it, I just feel sorry for these people. No, it didn't work before. It's not going to work this time, bitch. No. No. You be on your merry way. I'm not mean to my cats. If you had to deal with these cats all the time, if you had to put up with them, you'd understand. I know you'd understand. Okay. Now it's time for the really fun part. Fucking jalapenos. Yeah, I said I wasn't going to do that. But I think I want to. Where is my lime? I really need to put on gloves for this shit. At least one glove. I'm definitely gonna put it in this salsa because I think that would be really good. I don't know if that'd be too hot though. Maybe it would. I don't know. I guess we'll see, right? And maybe if I took the seeds out, it wouldn't be so bad. But then I feel like a fucking pussy, dude. Because I'm not appreciating what it is. Hold up. Gotta turn on the CD again. God, that smells like so fucking potent, dude. I just realized that I could switch hands. I feel like such an idiot. Okay. I'm almost done with all this shit. Can you believe it? It's crazy. So I made a salad and 2 different types of salsa. One that's probably going to taste like shit. But we'll see. It's because I didn't buy enough tomatillos. And so I just roasted this tomato. Okay, so I took this This idea for like a tomatillo, like verde. It was like a verde salsa, but it also had tomato. Oh my god, it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Don't even have tomato in it. Because I use tomato for the other thing. So let's see how this is. So this is roasted tomato, roasted tomatillo, red onion, garlic, cilantro, serrano, and jalapeno with, lime. I forgot about the lime. Oh, and salt. How can we forget the salt? This is fucking America, okay? There's no such thing as forgetting the salt. I can't tell if that's good or terrible. Hold on. Look at that. It's actually pretty all right. It's pretty all right. It just tastes weird because it's like warm. Because I roasted these tomatoes. That's actually really good. I think it's because of the garlic, though. I'm just going to need more tomatillos next time. It's good, though. Okay. The other thing. So this has got quinoa, sun-dried tomatoes, cucumber, red onion. Okay? And then it's got this dressing that has Dijon mustard, it calls for olive oil, but I'm fasting from olive oil right now, so I replaced it with avocado oil, which is still very good, by the way. And then, so Dijon mustard, oil, lemon juice, and garlic. And then we're supposed to put feta on top, but I have this. I don't know why I'm doing the fag thing. But don't get offended by that. My favorite people are faggots. I promise. I promise, because they don't want to fuck me, and that's just fantastic. You know, we need less people that want to do that. I could just do that. Oh my gosh, that's way too much. Okay. So that. Quinoa, cucumber, sun-dried tomato, and red onion. Plus a Dijon mustard, olive oil, lemon juice. With garlic. I swear, I'm just going to put garlic on everything, right? The first time I did this, though, it was like perfect. It's really good, like quinoa with the cucumber. Yeah, I could definitely prep this. The main reason I wanted to make it again was because like I need to figure out how much to make. That's why I do meal prep for like 3 days. I definitely need a strainer though for the quinoa. Oh yeah, I didn't even put feta on it. Wow. Wow. I forgot. I forgot to do something important. This brand though, this is the only good vegan cheese I've ever had. But feta and sun-dried tomato are really good together. Even fake feta. Holy shit. I've been talking for like almost 2 hours. I just randomly got impulsive and wanted to make a new type of salsa. So good. Just look at it. Dude, I really want to eat this whole thing. But do I need to? No. No, I do not. Well, I ate vegetables earlier. That's really all I ate. Vegetables. And I found these, like, international snacks. They're, like, Japanese snacks. They're, like, shrimp flavored chips. Oh, my God. I know they sound disgusting, but I knew I was right to have faith in them. I'll show you. Made with wild-caught shrimp. Okay? Shrimp chips. Original flavored shrimp chips. Crispy. Crunchy. Fucking shrimp. That's what it should say on the package. It's so crazy. It's so crazy that they were like, let's turn that into a crispy, crunchy snack. That's crazy. They should do that with all fish. They should have like a tuna flavored wheat thins. You know, like it'd be good. Okay. I need to stop eating this. But I can't. This is me at my most gluttonous, okay? I don't know if that's a compliment or not. Well, you know, there was another comic that I do stand up with who's like, he's black. It was so fucking funny when he said it like this. Interesting. He's like, that just means like they either think you're crazy or they don't care. Like anytime that somebody says you're interesting, I'm not saying that you're part of this. But it's usually like a red flag of like, I don't like you, or like, I'm really, really weirded out by you. You're a strange girl. I am. Very strange. I'm kind of gross. I'm like really gross. Also, my last name is gross. So, God knew what he was doing. Oh. Okay, I guess I'm gonna put it in here actually. So this is a lot. This is a big ass salad. Fuck yes. No. No, no, no. That is not for kitties. Yeah, this is really good though. My typical guacamole minus the tomato. I'll just add tomato when I get to work tomorrow. It's so good though because it's that guacamole. Guacamole, the best thing ever. With avocado. That's what I meant to say. Well, it's not like super chunky. Yeah, who needs a fucking tomato, dude? We got all the avocado. Yeah, that whole tomato's in here. You know, something told me when I was at the grocery store, somebody told me to get multiple tomatoes. I was like, no, I don't need it. So there's a reason why we have instincts. Okay. But no, this is good though. It's almost like pico de gallo. It tastes way better when it's cold. Because it's awkward because it's warm. It's like, what the fuck's going on? That's cilantro, though. Cilantro. This one isn't as spicy. I think I've been making them way too spicy. My asshole keeps telling me that. So, you'd think it would be used to it by now. I thought it was too, but I guess not. See, I already did my vegetable meal prep and my smoothie meal prep. I've just been on it, dude. I've been so motivated. Dude, I need to stop eating, but I can't. I look like fat, don't I? I'm not. It's just me sticking it out. I'm very, very small. Okay. Oh. Got way too excited about all that food. Makes sense. It makes sense. I mean, because if you make it, it's completely different than you get it from the store. This is my guilty pleasure, by the way. Fucking chips. Chips and dip and salsa. At least the salsa is healthy, right? But chips, no. No. Oh, this is good because of the excessive guacamole. Or that, I keep fucking that up. Excessive avocado. So should I put it in a little small container? Or should I just leave it like this? No. It looks more festive in that bowl. Okay. It looks like a bunch of slop, but it's good slop. Okay. Okay. I know it looks gross, but I promise it's actually decent. That is way better than fucking Chipotle. Okay. Can't let any of it go to waste, damn it. I have so much shit to clean up now. I think that's why, like, I don't want to cook, because it just involves a lot of cleanup. Plus, I work at a restaurant. Okay. So, yeah. I've made a lot of food tonight. In the past couple hours. I guess I've been streaming for almost 2 hours and 20 minutes. Okay. Well, I'm going to go because I have a lot of shit to clean up now. And I'm going to finish my nasty ass non-alcoholic Guinness. I'm not chugging it because there's alcohol in it. I'm chugging it because I'm trying to finish it because it's gross. I don't like wasting anything. Oh. But my dumbass just got excited about the novelty of a non-alcoholic Guinness. All right. Well, I'm going to go. But thank you for sticking around. And thank you for watching any of it. It was probably not very interesting. Or maybe it was because it was real shit. But, yeah. I'm going to go, though. For real. Oh, bye. I've been doing that at work a lot. Because it's funny. But yeah, that's a trend now. But yeah. Anyway.